What is up, guys? It's Dan here, and today we are going to be looking at my new favourite tournament deck. If we look at it and get rid of my 5% battery remaining sign, we will see it is actually a Sparky deck. Now, in the past I've said I hate the Sparky, don't like it, shouldn't be in the game, generally raged about it, mainly because it beats me, but because one mistake and it's game over. After all this rage and whatever, I kind of thought to myself, well, if I keep losing to it, plenty of other people will be losing to it as well. So if you can't beat him, join him. And I've started using this deck, and it's going quite well for me. I got quite far in a challenge, not all the way, but if you wait till the end, you'll see me open the chest and see how far I actually got. So we are now going to look at some replays and see how I use this deck. This first battle is going to be up against a trifecta deck, which is quite commonly known as the payfactor deck. It is one of my favourite decks of all time. I used to use it so much. Slight different take, but with the 3 legends and support troops. He's going to start off with the princess. I've put down a pump, so I'm at quite a heavy elixir disadvantage. But luckily, the miner distracts the ice wizard, and the prince charges in and does a good amount of damage and is then taken out by the mini P.E.K.K.A. But I'm going to drop a witch and an ice spirit. It's going to take out the miner. Unfortunately, the P.E.K.K.A. is going to get in and get 2 shots off, which is going to take off so much damage for me. But I'm going to drop another pump, which got a big elixir advantage at the moment. He chose not to put his pump down, went with the princess instead. Hopefully I will take that out and do a little bit of damage to the tower, but it was mainly getting rid of that princess. So he has now dropped his pump, and I am at full elixir with 2 pumps going. This is when I'm going to try and get a big push going. I'm going to go with a sparky push and drop a giant in front of it and then a prince behind it just to speed things up, and going to send the miner in. Sorry, I dropped a witch behind, not a prince. I'm trying to preempt too much what I did. He's going to drop a fireball, do a lot of damage, take out the witch, take out the sparky, and then come in with the mini P.E.K.K.A. And we have got the tower down to a similar amount of damage as him. I've dropped the prince a bit too far back, but it almost gets there in time, but he gets 1 hit off again. I dropped it that far back because I wanted him to charge at the mini P.E.K.K.A. He's got a quicker attack speed, and if you do that, he can one-shot the mini P.E.K.K.A. and not even take any damage. But it didn't work, and he got the shot off, and with this miner and this fireball, he's going to get the tower, which is doing quite good work against these because the mini P.E.K.K.A.'s attack speed is quite slow, and it's got to take out 3 skeletons before it gets to her, so it did enough to slow it down. I've dropped another pump, but again the mini P.E.K.K.A. gets off just 1 hit, and that is all it takes to really disrupt a push. I'm going to go with the giant Sparky again down this right hand side. I'm going to let the princess get a few shots off, but then chuck the miner off against that left tower because too many times I forget that I need to do that last bit of damage. He committed a whole mini P.E.K.K.A. to try and stop it. If it was me, I'd let that tower get conceded rather than coming up against this giant push that's coming down the right hand side. Luckily for him, he took out the Sparky with the minions. I only had the Zap, so there wasn't enough damage to those minions. I just about dropped the witch in time for the mini P.E.K.K.A. and it is all cleared up. He's got a pump down. I'm not risking a pump at this point because he'll just do a big push on me. I'm going to drop the giant in front of that witch, which is almost dead, but with that amount it still does a bit of damage. Prince goes down, followed by the ice spirit, slow down those minions just to give him time to get a bit closer to the tower and take out the mini P.E.K.K.A. And with the work the witch did, we are going to get this game. Not the most clinical of victory, they'll get better, but nonetheless a victory, which is the aim of the game. This next battle I've picked is just a really good way of showing how this army works. It was quite a clinical battle from me. I'm going to start off by dropping the pump. I've got a decent start in hand, so I'm pretty happy at this point. They're going to go straight in with a miner, and I'm going to zap the support goblins, as we all know how popular and how much damage this kind of strategy can cause with dropping a miner and then support troops to deal a lot of damage, even though they don't have many hit points, quite frankly, because they're not getting hit. So to get rid of them first, that was the main goal. He's going to drop a fireball onto my witch, which I'm not too fussed about. It's an almost even elixir trade, but my witch has stayed alive and is still doing a lot of damage, so I'd say bad decision by him, but it could have worked out alright. It was just one of those things. Witch is going to get to the tower, do a little bit of damage, protected by skeletons, but once they died, she was a sitting duck. So I got another elixir pump in all of this, which means I'm a couple behind, but as it costs 5, that's okay. This was a really dangerous push, but I managed to neutralise it quite easily with the witch. I had to drop the zap because those minions could have swarmed on the witch and killed it before anything had really happened. This Inferno did not know we had it at this point, but absolutely ruins this push. It's such a good card at the moment. I've not got it in this deck, but I tend to put it in quite a few. In the end, we got off another few hundred damage and got another pump down, which, as you'll be starting to realise, is quite important for this strategy, as a push can be quite expensive with it. I'm going to use the witch to kill the princess, not ideal, but I didn't have a lot of choice. By dropping the miner though, I've done his own tactic on him, so to speak, and those skeletons are doing so much work despite having very few hit points. At this point I'm open to a big counter because I dropped a pump at that point, but look how much work that Ice Spirit does. Kills the goblins and holds up that Dark Prince and gives my prince time to get involved, which helps me set up a huge push. His Dark Prince is going to die almost instantly. Those minions are going to die very quickly as well, and before all that the miner had killed the princess and he is just watching and can do absolutely nothing about this push. We've got 2 witches in there and that is going to be GG. This final battle we're going to watch was the actual last battle that I did in the run in this Challenge Cup that I actually won. So, reasonable starting hand, got the pump, which is my main one really. He's going to start off with the dragon, which is not great for me because I do not have the best cards to counter dragon, not a lot to counter it. I'm going to start off with the prince to defend against the ground troops, and then I'm going to be forced to play the witch as it's my only air defense, and I'm going to zap it all just to try and slow it down. So as you can see, I've taken a lot of damage and that tower's going to go down, which not an ideal start, but I've got my pump, and as you know, I love my pumps. So he's got a princess, hopefully it's not going to target the witch. It is on the giant, but the splash is taking the witch out, although the miner is going to deal with that. The prince has come in and it's only really attacking my giant, so my witch is doing work on it and the skeletons as well. So we're going to get that tower very low as the ice wizard defends. Got another pump down and we are even on elixir, so in the end I've done alright out of that because 2 pumps at the moment and he's got very little on one of his towers, or she, sorry, I'll say. Again, they're going for another big push down here. I'm going to drop the Ice Spirit, slow it down, and the Witch because it's my only air defense, and the Zap to slow everything down. I've got the Sparky going down that lane, but unfortunately I've not managed to do anything to support it. He's not as of yet dropped anything, so maybe Zap has come down now to slow it down. I'm doing a big push down the right, although that Valkyrie's going to get in the way, and that Sparky goes down. And as you can see, their crown tower has targeted the miner, which will mean I'll get a shot off on their main tower. They've had to drop an ice wizard. They're getting really distracted right now, and in the end I come out of it really well. I've dropped a defensive Sparky there to take out the Valkyrie and the prince still with the Dark Prince, and then it will also take out their princess. And with this big push now, they've got very little they can do. They've got alright elixir, so they're going to drop a Valkyrie on the Sparky, but the giant has taken that tower and the miner has as well. They're saying well played, they've given up, and there is very little hope that Sparky with that tiny bit of health will come in as well, and there is no stopping it. So you've seen the battles, and now it's time to open the chests. Just going to do these little ones first before I go across. See if there's anything interesting. So far nothing. Crown chest. Chance something interesting in here. Quite a few cards will be coming out. Okay, so I got to number 9, which gives me a chest with 530 cards and 11,500 gold, which pretty great when you think it cost me 100 gems. Bearing in mind 500 gems gets you 10,000 gold. So we'll have a look. This chest just a little smaller than a super magical, so plenty of good stuff in here. Starting off 20 Royal Giants. Brilliant. 7 Musketeers. I will say there are 5 epics. All good. Mega Minion. Love that. I'll be doing a video on that soon. And 53 rares. We've had 24 rares, I think, so far. A few more rares. A load of mortars. A load of arrows. Now the epics, hopefully, I'd say guards, but I'd be happy with bowlers as well. And we've got guards, yes! That's good. Happy with that. One more and tournament standard. That is going to wrap it up for this video. Especially now that they're chucking me out for maintenance break. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Tune in for more tournament decks, and hopefully I will get even further next time and we'll be showing you a level 10, 11 or 12 deck.